What about number 1? How do you put two logarithms together that you are subtracting? You divide them. Come on, guys. We got a test on Thursday. Already. We're learning the last lesson today. And then we're done. Oh, we're ready. I think you are. Alright, now here's the deal, guys. You can't cancel out the log because you only have one of them. You don't have one on both sides. So you got to do the little swoosh thing. 5 to the first power equals that guy, okay? Alright, what would I do to get x back though? Multiply by 2. Very good. Those cancel. Alright, what is 5 to the first power? 5, and then times 2 would be 10. There you go. Alright, now you got a power. Anytime you got a power, you want to move everything to one side. So we're going to subtract that 10. And they both cancel. So how do you get rid of the 2? Divide. There you go. What's 0 divided by 2? 0. What's the opposite of a square? Square root. There you go. And the square root of 0 is still 0. All right, what about number 2? When you're adding two logarithms together, how do you put them as one logarithm? Did you get a haircut? No. You do what? Multiply. There you go. Right? So how do you get rid of the log since there's not one on both sides? Do a little swoosh thing. Then you go 3 to the second power equals that guy. All right, what is 3 to the second power? 9. There you go. What can I do with that 4? There you go. So that'd be how much? Yeah. Plus 32. Very good. Do you have an exponent?
No.
Do what? You do not have an exponent. So when you do not have an exponent, you're going to get everything away from x. So you're going to subtract 32. All right, what's 9 minus 32? Negative 23. There you go. How do you get rid of the 8? Divide. There you go. And those do not divide evenly, so we will leave them as a plus. All right, 3 and 4, we got some factoring to do. 3 and 4, we're going to factor. What do you know about 81 and 121? Both perfect squares. There you go. What's the square root of 81? 9. What's the square root of 121? 11. There you go. And what signs would multiply to be a negative? Negative and a positive. Doesn't matter the order. You could put a plus sign first if you wanted to. That's the one that always gets us on our factoring quiz on Friday. All right, last one, guys. Number 4. You've got two terms with an exponent of 3. So what do we use? What's it called? SOAP. Right, honey? All right. SOAP stood for same sign, opposite sign, always positive. There you go. All right, everything stems off this first parentheses. What's the cube root of x cubed? Just what? X. What's the cube root of 125? What times what times what? 5. There you go. And that first sign is the same sign. How are we doing so far? Are we okay? All right. From that first parentheses, we can get everything that goes in the second parentheses. So we've got the same sign, the opposite sign, and then always positive. Okay so far? All right. Square them. What's x squared and 5 squared? What's x squared? X squared. What's 5 squared? 20. How much? 25. There you go. Very good, very good. Everything stems off of this guy. Multiply these two together. X times 5 is 5x. Very good, Bryson. Very good, and that's it. What did you last night? You slept? Yes, princess. If you go to sleep, I'm going in and getting a link to it. Birthday diary.
You have mine, right?
I do have one in my closet already. All right, grab your notes. We are on page, I think it's 6. Grab your notes real quick. Last thing we're going to learn today, and it is so easy as long as you don't let it freak you out. It's so easy. No. The notes for that. Well, that's easy too. Everything is easy. I think it's 6. There you go. Page 6, I think. Yes. All right, here we go. What's the opposite of a plus sign? Minus sign. Well, that's very good. Did you have it? You sure it's right?
I'm sure.
Okay, here's what you need to know. You need to know the value. All right, let's start back over. What's the opposite of plus sign again? Minus sign. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. What's the opposite of a square root? A square. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? We're learning opposites, but we're learning the opposite today of the base E. Alright? Base E stands for a really long number, okay? What's another really long number? Pi. And pi has to do with circles. Which is 3.14. Everybody go so far? We are learning base E today, which is 2.71828. Are we okay with that so far? Alright. Have you ever tore out a house before and or done some plumbing on your house and seen all the pipes in the back of it? You ever seen any pipes to begin with? Alright. Pipes like PVC pipes that go with the bathroom and your toilet and your sink. You've never seen a pipe. Definitely gonna have to bring my dad in here. Alright, my dad was a plumber, alright? And he didn't have any boys, so I had to go with him. And they use 2.718. And I was like, Dad, what's that mean? He's like, I don't know. We just know we got to use 2.718. Well, I got to school, and guess what? I learned about this. Okay? So this has to do with curves. Not circles, but curves. Okay? And when you have a pipe, you have those little curves, what are they called? Straps, I think. I don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Y'all ever done any manual labor in your life?
Yeah.
And it goes down. Yes, those are curves, and that's what they use this for. Okay. All right. They don't know what they're using base E. They just know they have to use 2.718 to multiply things. Okay. Everybody good so far? I have 2 sisters, but they're real girly. 7. All right. Here we go. So this is referred to as the base of E. Okay, base of E, right? Guys, what do you think about when you hear the word inverse? opposite, all right? Just like the opposite of a plus sign is the minus sign, right? The opposite of base E is called the natural log. Definitely not. You read it like what? I mean, I'll take it because you're just learning, but when you do it, you're supposed to do the lowercase e. That's why when you do, like when we do our letters and we do X and Y's and Z's all the time, we never use I's for imaginary numbers and we never use E's because of this. So. All right, so somewhere on your paper, here's what you need to write. Ready? Somewhere really, really big. Because all those letters, y'all just overlook them. All right, so natural log is written as LN. Natural log is written as LN. Somewhere on your paper, you need to write these are opposites. Just like a plus sign, the opposite is a minus sign, right? The opposite of a natural log is a base E. The opposite of a base E is a natural log. The opposite of a natural log is a base E. The opposite of a base E is a natural log. Whenever I said stop. The opposite of a natural log is a base E. The opposite of a base E is a. There you go. All right, the only thing that we are going to do on the first 8 problems is just rewrite them using opposites, okay? What is the opposite of base E? Natural log. You can do whatever you want to a problem as long as if you do it to one side, you do it to the other side. So if you put a natural log on the left, you got to put it on the right, right? Right? Okay. As soon as we get done, I don't care how much you watch it. Let's get done first. All right. What are the two opposites? E and natural log. They are what cancels out. Nothing else cancels except for those two. Everybody okay with me so far? And then the only thing that you have left is x equals natural log 8, and you're done. The log and natural log are different. The natural log has a specific base that's different. That you'll learn about that pre-tell. All right, number 2. How are we doing? We okay so far? What's the opposite of a base E? Natural log. If you do it to one side, you got to do it to the other side. What are the two opposites? What cancel out? Natural log and E. So the only thing left is 5 equals the natural log of x. And all it said to do was rewrite, and you are finished. You try 3 and 4, go. 3 and 4, go. You try. You try 3 and 4. X equals natural log of 9 should have been in number 3. Yep. And then number 4. You get 7 equals the natural log of x. How are we doing so far? Are we okay?
Yes.
All right. So the only thing we did here was do the opposite of base E. What's the opposite of base E again? Natural log. Here we go. Look at the next 4. The only thing we're going to do is rewrite, but this time they give us natural log. What is the opposite of the natural log?
Base E.
Base E. There's a reason why we say base E. You ready to get off your phone? Here we go. Base E means that everything is raised to a power. That's why we call it base E. Everything is raised to the power. All right, what cancels out? What are opposites? E and natural log. That's the one that cancels. So the other side is x equals e to the 5th. That's it. How did we do so far? We okay? All right, what about number 6? What's the opposite of the natural log? Base E. That means everything gets raised to the power. Gotta do the power. The only thing that cancels are the two that are opposites. What are the two opposites? The E, not both the E's. Just the natural log E and the base E. All right, you try 7 and 8. 7 and 8 are yours. Go. Make sure you're writing some steps in. That way, when I give you a checkpoint on it, you know what to do. Write some steps in. Looks good. All right, make sure you got x equals e to the second. And 18 equals e to the x. How are we doing so far? Are we okay? Pretty easy so far? Yeah. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one does not say rewrite. What does the direction say here? Solve. All right, what do you see that you could move first? Which is not on your phone. Get off your phone. 4. How do you move the 4? The opposite is to add. Very good. And the opposites cancel out, which is negative 4 and positive 4. What is 35 plus 4? 39. What else do you see that you could move?
6.
How do you move the 6? Divide by 6. There you go. All right, 39 does not divide by 6 evenly, but is it a good decimal? Does it stop? 39 divided by 6. You all got calculators. 6.5. There you go. It stops, so we can use it. 6.5. Nope, we still got to get x by itself. All right, how do you get rid of the e? What's the opposite? ln, natural log. There you go. And if you do it to one side, you got to do it to the other. All right, these two guys cancel. So you got x equals natural log of 6.5. Is x by itself?
Yes.
Yes. Grab your calculator. I got one more step. Start plugging in. All right. Now, let me show you something. What's the opposite of the plus sign again? Look right here. The plus sign and the minus sign are right next to each other, right? What's the opposite of multiplication? And they're right next to each other. What's the opposite of a square again? A square root. Look at this button right here. Don't push it, just see it. See the square button? What else is on that square button? What's in blue on that square button, guys? Square roots. They're on the same button. Everybody good? Now, find the 4. Do not push the 4. Find the 4. Directly next to the 4 is a LN button. LN button. What is in blue on that same LN button? Base E. Everybody good so far? All right, here we go. We got natural log of 6.5. Close our parentheses and hit enter. 1.872. Because remember, we do 3 decimals. 1.872. All right. If anybody cannot get that number, let me know. All right. What about number 10? What do you see that you can move first? 12. How do you move the 12? Add it. There you go. All right. What's 15 plus 12? And the opposites canceled out. So the negative 12 and the positive 12 cancel out. All right, what else can I move? Divide by 3. What's 27 divided by 3? There you go. So you got e to the 4x equals 9. Very good. So we do natural log on both sides. Natural log and base E cancel out. So I've got 4x equals natural log of 9. Just like your checkpoint on Friday, you're not finished yet. When those two things cancel out, you still have a 4 with the x. Divide by 4. You gotta be careful about the way you type it in. Ready? All right. Hit the natural log button. The natural log button. Natural log of 9. If you don't close your parentheses after the 9, you will get the wrong answer. Okay? So close parentheses, then divided by 4. You got 0.549. X is approximately 0.549. It's approximately because you had a huge decimal, right? All right, 11 and 12 are yours. Go. 11 and 12 are yours. Go. Leave it as a fraction if it's not a good decimal. Leave it as a fraction if it's not a good decimal. 1 over 3 is not a good decimal. So leave it as a fraction. Leave it as a fraction. Looks pretty good on number 11, guys. Was it negative? 49? 549? Alright, looks pretty good, guys. Alright, one more. Come on, one more. Let's look at 4. Some of us are making the same mistake. Okay, right here. This is where y'all make a mistake. Those 2's do not get canceled because what does that top 2 have? The natural log, right? So type in the natural log of 2 divided by 2. You get points sometimes. 0.346, is that what it says? That's 6 round up. I think it's 347. I think it's that. 6 should be 7. How are we doing? Okay? All right. Last 4, guys. Here we go. Last 4, then we're done. Last 4, then we're done. The only thing different is that this time we're solving and we're not getting rid of a base E, we are getting rid of a natural log. So, on number 13, what is the first thing that you should move? The 3. How do you move it? There you go. So you get the natural log of 4x is equal to 8. Nope, I gotta get rid of the natural, I gotta get x back, so natural log, the opposite of it is base E. So base meaning that everything gets raised to the power. Alright, the opposites cancel out. So you got 4x is equal to e to the 8th power. No. Only the one with the natural log canceled. Okay. Just like here when we divided by 3, the only one that canceled was the one that was being multiplied by 3. All right, now we're going to divide by 4. Yep, it's a very big number. All right, how are we doing so far? Are we okay? All right, grab your calculator. Base E was on that same button, but the base E is in blue. So you have to hit the blue button first, and then the natural log button. Oh, I got to turn it on. It would help if I turned it on, wouldn't it? So blue button, and then natural log button, okay? All right, now, look at mine. Some of yours are different. Bryson, can I borrow yours? All right, look at Bryson's. Well, it's mine, check calculator too. But okay, do you see? Oh, it's got a glare. Still a glare. Where'd it go? There. Do you see how the base E has a power like that? All right, so if you've got one like Bryson's, you hit the 8, and then you hit the right arrow button. Then you divide by 4. Everybody okay with that so far? Like those black calculators? That's good. Those black calculators are updated. Some of the yellow ones, a few of the yellow ones. All right, if yours is like mine, you're going to hit the 8. You're going to close the parentheses, and then you're going to divide it by 4. And you got 745.239. Yep. Yep. If you go to base E, you'll always get a big number. Especially, I think the next one's really big. 2, 3, 12. Well, then you didn't get rid of the natural log after that. You got second E and then 12. Yes. You know, 12 is right. It's e to the 12. It's not just 12. It's e to the 12. All right, so we move the 8, right? Natural log of x equals 12. How are we doing so far? Are we okay? You're going to get a huge number on this one. This one? Okay. All right, so what's the opposite of a natural log, guys? Come on. Base E, we got 2 more. Come on, y'all can stay with me for 2 more. I know we're dragging because it's a long weekend. All right, let's type it in. We got second base E of 12. Huge number, right? 16. You don't have to because there's nothing else. If there's something else, then you would need to. Yes, sir. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got a different one. 7, 9, 1. All right, pretty big number. All right, y'all try 15 and 16, okay?
I didn't get a big number. I got the best.
15 and 16?
I got 0.825.
Yeah, because you're a fraction. Because when you divide by that 5, it would be 8 divided by 5. Only because you're a fraction. That's why. Yeah, that's right. Eight divided by 5 is good, Justin. Yeah. 1.6. Okay. answer. Don't just take that answer, okay? Make sure you can type it in.
Can you divide this?
Mm-hmm. You got a 6X right there. You did that last night, so. That 5 rounds to a 6. What's behind that 5? 5, yeah. Very good. Should be a 6 now. Thank you. All right, last one, guys. One more. When you get finished, keep it out so you can check your answer, okay? One more, last one. Let's see, I've already finished with this one. What did y'all get for this one? 1,051 point, how much? 0.5, isn't it less than 1,055? How much? 542. Thank you, Lynn. How we doing? We okay today? We okay for this test Thursday? No. Not finished. We're already behind. We still got to do trig and we haven't started it yet, and it's 4:40. All right, here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we are going to finish up checkpoints for anybody that hadn't started or needs to finish. Tomorrow, we will start reviewing. Wednesday, we will review again. And Thursday is your test, right? We have not even started trig yet, no. This class is Algebra II with trig.